Right guys, hello, welcome back to another episode of Army Men of War, and today we've got yet another exciting episode for you today, because what we have done is we have created the battle map of the whole Men of War series, well, Army Men of War series should I say, and this right here is the Great Separation, and I'm just going to go over a few things with you before we start today's video. So currently, as you all know, the Greens are fighting against the Tau Empire in the basement of this house right here. So they're about to attack the castle of the Tau Empire, but we're not going to be covering that in this episode. We're going to be covering something which is happening presently, so at the same time. So I'm just going to go over a few things before we start. So this is the front line. You can see all of the different companies and all the different regiments of each house, the Reds, the Greens and the Tans. And you can see this huge park area from where we've been fighting all of our battles. So over here, look, this is where it all started. So this is where, in the first ever episode that we did, I think it got like 116,000 views, something like that, so it got really popular. And this, especially this episode, this is where the Greens were attacking, well, defending, should I say, on the first episode. So what they did was, the Tans broke through this big fence right here. They blew a hole in it, and they attacked in the thousands, really, onto the Green territory. And that's where the Greens mobilised. And then they moved out and created a front line along this line right here. We'll come to that bit in a minute because that's from a previous episode as well. But over here, this is like from episode... well, episode 2 actually. Let's cover episode 2 first. So in episode 2, they flew planes from over here. Like that's an airfield right there. We're not going into detail at the minute. We will go into detail in the future though. In future episodes, we're just going to go on the companies at the minute. So they flew planes, didn't they, of the paratroopers all the way across here over to the Tan's house. And this is where the Tans are located. And if you look, it looks a spitting image really of like the actual battlefield we fought on. I worked really hard on this map for you all. And next door is the mansion, which is where the Tan leader lives. So, you know, it's a bigger house, and they also have some soldiers in the garden. And you can kind of see where the Greens escaped as well, with the Tan commander. And if in episode 3, they got to about here, didn't they? And that's where they crashed. They crashed about here in their tank. So the Greens had to bring their armies forward, push through the Tan lines, and they formed a line here, and that's where they advanced on that hill, where the two bunkers were, if you remember. I think it was episode 4. I think we've done a lot of episodes now. I think we're on like episode 18 or something. We might have to end the series soon and start a new series. But yeah, anyway, getting back to it anyway. I'll cover the rest on, like, I'll cover the past of how and why the Tans invaded in the first place in a future episode. That's if you all want it anyway, so you have to tell me in the comment section if you want that. But in this episode, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be attacking the Spider Valley again, and we're going to be pushing them back into their caves. Because right here is Spider Valley, and again it looks just like the actual map we made. And that right there is where we just detonate that huge nuke. The Tans detonated it, and it actually killed a couple of the Greens, because they're all fighting over here. You can see where the giant front line is as well. Over there is the park, and there's Green Base as well. We'll cover that later in a future episode. So what we did was, we did a poll in the previous episode, and you all decided, I think we got like a vote, I'll get it up right now, and the biggest vote was actually on Operation Taran, which was to push back the Spider Menace and push them back into their caves. So what we're going to be doing in this episode is I think we're going to be deploying 6 companies of men, which we've prepared over here. And I want you guys to think of a name for them. It's a rifle division for sure. So I'll let you guys name them in the comments. But what we're going to do is we're going to move them up, the unknown companies of men. And we're going to move them up now. I hope you like this, by the way. Each one of these greens represent a company. And they're all fighting on the front line at the minute. We've got some reds as reserve as well. The nice reds. So we can now, because we're fighting on this front line, we can actually squeeze our troops through the back, look. I think it's quite a cool little feature we could add. I might keep it in the future episodes if you guys like it. So we're going to now advance right here. And here we are. This is where the next battle is going to take place. So let's get our men ready. So I'm thinking, as a bit of a strategy, I think we're going to move in the flamethrowers first, I think. So let's drop straight into the battle right now then. Right guys, so we're here just as we said. We're at Spider Valley now. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and press start. And we're going to send ahead our flamethrowers to just flame the areas out. Go on, get them boys. We're going to try and get rid of all of this brush so we can see them. A noble sacrifice right there. Just get rid of these silhouettes. Nobody likes the silhouettes. Curse you, men of war. So a bit of a sacrifice right there of some of the green flamethrowers, but hey, we can always get some more, can't we? As long as we can get rid of all of this brush. Look at that huge forest fire. Hopefully there's some spiders in there in the process. Just burn them alive. Oh, there they are. There, look. Again, sacrificed himself. Not really much he can do in this sort of situation. Right, well, now we're just going to wait for our companies to arrive. So I think we're going to send in our companies, 2 companies at a time. And you've got to remember, there's 80 to 150 men per company. So let's just watch it play out. Here they come. So approximately 2 companies right here. Already starting engaging the spiders. Cool thing about the spiders as well is as soon as they die, they go pop. We need to try and manage our way to the cave if we can. If we can get inside their caves and we can plant some explosives. We can order some explosive teams to come in and just blow the cave. What we could do is we could just blow the cave from the outside, but they're still going to be alive on the inside and they're just going to burrow away another way out. So we need to get inside, we need to kill that queen spider. And we need to implode that cave. Spiders are still coming. Go greens. Oh, we've got a couple more companies coming in now. So it's 2 more companies coming in. Who knows, we could even have some reserves come in from the front line as well. So like I say guys, you guys can name this company, or should I say division. Because I think there's like 6 companies making a division, right? And or a corps. So I'll let you guys name them in the comment section. Whoa, no. Bad idea, bad strategy. Flamethrower. Yeah, he's definitely getting court-martialed after. So this is directly under General Green's orders to retake Spider Valley. You guys help decide as well, like a congress with that poll. What I might do is I might put another poll in the description of this video. So you guys can make the decision what we're going to do in the next video. Or the one after. Because I think we're going to be taking out the Tao's fortress in one of the next videos. Go on, greens. I'll keep pushing forward. Whoa, here we go. This is going to be the hardest part. Pushing through this part here. Spiders are really eating on the greens now. Quite the even fight on the front here. But we've got a lot of greens in reserve. And there we go, we've got a further 2 more companies that have joined us right now. We'll take it to a challenge. We might have to call some reserves from the front line, which will weaken our lines with the Tans. The screaming. Oh god, just look at that. Luckily we've got more of the men than we can actually count in this battle, so spiders are still coming out. It's these little ones you want to worry about because they're harder to shoot and they still deal quite a bit of damage. Got him. Oh, this is intense. Got some more men come in. I think I must have miscalculated how many companies we actually sent. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these dudes around here. Oh, if we don't set them on fire. We really need to do something about those flamethrowers in future. You think I would have learnt from my mistakes by now, wouldn't you? Bad general. Bad general. Come on, guys. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one pushing through this. We'll let the AI play it out. Remember, whatever happens in this episode determines what happens in the next episode. So, they are untested battles, as they've all been prior to this. We've got an officer leading the way there with his pistol. Kill the baby! Kill the baby spider! It's a shame really. If the flamethrowers didn't kill their own men, would like deal a lot of damage. Oh, we've got a couple more. Unless it must be one company to each. Yeah, I think I've miscalculated. I think it's one company to each wave, rather than it being 2 at a time. So I think we've been sending in one company at a time. Jeez, that's a slaughter. Yeah, we really need to decommission those flamethrowers. They're proven very ineffective in battle, killing more of their own troops than they are spiders. Still got a lot of spiders moving up as well. A hell of a lot. I don't think we'll be able to win this. Especially with this dude right here. I'm going to move the flamethrower out of the way. Get out of the way. We can get the flamethrower on this flank right here. Oh, it's too late. He's dead. Stop killing your own men. Stop killing. It's getting a bit laggy now. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Go on. What are you doing? Aim that way. No. What a waste. Let's go into some slow motion, that'd be pretty cool. So let's go into 1, there we go. Turn off the silhouettes as well while we're at it. We can really see the devastation now as well. We've still got a lot of soldiers left. Look at that. I'm going to get a screenshot of that, that's beautiful. The rifles are proving quite effective against the spiders now. Kind of like a line battle, isn't it? It's these babies. Look at the babies. They're really like killing our flanks. Got him. Again with the flamethrowers, killing our own troops. Let's move some troops around there. Let's go back to fast mode, like that. There we go. Push through. You can do this, man. Gosh darn it. Keep it up, boys. Come on, don't let them gather. Do not let them gather. Come on. It's going to guide them in the right direction. Take out what's left of these spiders before they keep coming out. Come on, they can't come forever. We can hold them off. Oh, over there. Kill him. And we're just about to lose all of our troops. Oh, damn it. I think we've lost yet another rifle division on this. And look who's come to save the day. It is the Reds. Right, so what's been happening, right, guys? Whilst the Greens were getting their asses kicked over here, right, the Reds actually sent in their army reserves. So they're just going to come and reinforce this area now. So the Reds are going to kind of take all of the glory out of the battle. We've got some of these armoured cars over here as well. So hopefully they can't pierce these armoured cars. I don't know why the Greens didn't think of that in the first place, really. Let's see how long we can last with these Reds. Actually, there's a lot of spiders there still. Hell of a lot of spiders. I'm going to use these right here so we can take them all out. Let's go into slow motion again, that'd be pretty cool. Right, so let's go into 1. Look at some of the action. Go Reds, the glorious Red Army. No matter what, we are destroying that spider hive today, no matter what. We don't care if it's going to cost us 1,000 men. Well, it probably already has cost us 1,000 men, to be honest. They can actually injure the vehicles as well. No wonder they didn't send them in. So let's just go back to normal mode. we go. And we go back to 3. There we are. So watch the AI play it out. There's still a lot of spiders over there. A hell of a lot of spiders. It's going to be a hard fight. It's the price we had to pay, unfortunately. Take him. One-on-one. 1v1. Tank versus spider. You can do this. We kind of made it over here. We haven't got a lot of men left. If we can just push back, if we can just hold for a couple more minutes until the rest of the Reds get here. Use his tanks as a distraction as well. You get on top. Don't let them through. Don't let them through. Oh, he took out the engine. Again, these spiders and these tanks are no match for these spiders. Just hold them off for a tiny bit longer. That's all we need to do. Wait for the next wave of Reds to get here. We can do this. Let's go. And here they are. Yes. The next wave of Reds are here. Just what I needed. Just in time, that was. Just in time. Move up, boys. Come on. If the Greens can't do it, the Reds will steal the day. We will take the glory from this fight. Got a lot more light tank things over here. More like BTRs, I think. Half-trap BTRs, whatever you want to call them. Well, we're actually making some progress right here. That's it. Push forward now, Reds. Keep bringing them forward. Those darn tans. So for those of you that don't know how this all started, what it was there was a tan bomber, and the 10th Rifle Division was appointed to guard this position. They had like diplomatic immunity from all factions. Well, there's a lot of spiders, and because the Tans were angry at the Greens and they had a new general in command, General Tannenberg, they decided it was time they disrupt the spiders, as it might seem like they would be a military advantage for the Tans. But it kind of backfired on all the factions, really, because spiders don't really care. They'll kill anything. They'll attack anyone. We're doing it. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing, Reds. Just gonna watch them fight. Got bits of fence flying everywhere. Reds are actually taking some ground. Move this down here. Use the vehicles wisely. I think we need to build more vehicles for the Greens, I think. So maybe Operation Blitzkrieg might be a good option. Stockpile some tanks and stuff. The more armor we have, the better. Because they seem to be working a lot more effectively. I mean, look at the Reds. They've had like a quarter of what the Greens had, and they've managed to take the field. But mind you, there's a lot less spiders, so let's make our way to these caves anyway. Hey, we did it. Come on, we're going straight in, boys. No hesitation, just pour men down that cave. So, what we're going to name these? I think we're going to name these the... I don't know, should we call them the 12th Motorised Red Division? So the Reds... We'll call it the 12th Motorised Division. That's a good strategy right there, put them on the hill. There we have it. Kill them. That's it. Take them. Alright, now we're just going to throw some troops inside. Might even be able to fit some of these little half-track things through there, the little BTRs. Kill the spiders. That spider's doing a runner. Right, so here we go. Let's get some of our men in there. So, alright. Get in there, boys. So I think what we're going to do is now I think we're just going to wait for some reinforcements and we're just going to pour men into the cave. So I will see you in the cave.